and the world champions of the past 2 seasons and the Olympic champions in lane number 3. Out on the far side, representing Norway, Ore Strandli from Stavanger and Christopher Brun, born in Bergen. Strandli was in the boat last year when they finished 9th. Lorenzo Bertini and Elia Luini, bronze medalists for last year. They were third last year, second the year before. Great Britain, Zach Purchase and Mark Hunter. Well, it's a fragile partnership, but when it's good, it's very good indeed. Little and large here for Denmark, Mads Rasmussen and Rasmus Quist, Olympic bronze medalists and 2-time world championship winners. Also world championship winners, Zolt Hurling and Thomas Varga, who won back in 2005 in Gifu, but they've had their physical and illness problems as well. And closest to you, Panagiotis Magdanis of Greece with Leftheri Konsoulas in lane number 6. Quite an interesting partnership. Panagiotis in the bow comes out of they were 8th last year, 2nd in Europe in the European Championships last season.
Norway, Italy.
Absent, well, Stormuru and Peter Taylor, those are the most notable absentees.
Attention.
Away we go, and a pretty even start there. And just looking for supremacy again. Interesting to see how the Greeks race this, but Zach Purchase and Mark Hunter, well, they like to lead, and I reckon that's what they're going to try to do here, to dominate from the start.
Yeah, they want to. They probably want to improve on last year's first World Cup race, where they were just not in contention for the medals. Back then it was Germany who were missing from this picture as well. Lars Hartig and Linus Lichtslag. They won that race in Munich. Great Britain way off the pace, but they've been doing well. They've been doing well in this World Cup regatta. Britain has been doing well in this World Cup regatta up until now.
And also another absentee, I should mention, the Portuguese lightweight double of Mendes and Fraga. They were only 6th in the semi-final. Disappointing not to see them do a little better. And
they raced a very bad B final this morning. They were way off. They were racing on the other side of the lake, and well, I think there was about 3, 4, 5 boat lengths between them and the winners of the B final. So still a lot of work to do for the Portuguese and their Dutch coach Mark Emke. I know Mark Emke a bit, and he was not looking very happy. 500-meter line, and it looks to be the Greeks in the lead.
Well, it's not surprising, is it? I mean, this was the race, I think, that brought the Greeks to our attention. If you remember, in Athens, Skiathidis and Polymeros on the near side, close to the grandstand, who came zooming up to get the bronze medal. And then it was Mougios and Polymeros in Beijing. And really, but it was that first race in Athens which sort of, as it were, set the stage for what we've seen over the seasons now for the past 8 years.
Yeah, the catalyst for the Greek success in rowing, and well, it's kind of a burden maybe for this relatively unexperienced duo from Greece, Panagiotis Magdanis and Leftheri Konsoula, because they have to, if you keep the trajectory in line, then it's a bronze in Athens, a silver in Beijing, and then maybe a gold, question mark, in London.
So Purchase and Hunter in lane number 3. Bertini and Luini, well, interesting because, particularly with Luini, because he's such a seasoned campaigner, 3 times a world champion with Pettinari.
Still
so half distance here, and right on the far side in the lane number 1, the Norwegians still with a chance to actually, well, they're actually a little bit off now.
Yeah, it's Great Britain and Greece moving back and forth, taking the lead back and forth. Greece with that great start. Great Britain just lagging a bit behind, as we've seen so much this day from the British crews. But it's Greece still in the lead, Great Britain in second, and it's as you mentioned, little and large, Denmark in third spot. And but still, Tamas Varga and Joel Sterling in lane number 5 still up there, and also Norway surprisingly in the final. I'm surprised to see them in the final up there as well, and Italy just dropping back a bit.
Yeah, I was looking back through the records of Norway. 1995, 2 men I can't remember, Tor Ørsdal and Magna Kvalvik, if I've got that right, and they were 6th in the 1995 final. But that was, you know, that's the last time I saw a Norwegian crew figuring in this particular boat class.
Yeah, and 4 years ago, Olaf Tufte was the only Norwegian racing in Beijing. And right now they have this lightweight double. They have a men's double scull. They have Talik Yurts, who's trying to race in the women's single, and Olaf Tufte, of course, who qualified the single last year. So Norway up on the rise again.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we come to the single as well, because you've talked to Olaf, and there's some reasons why he might not be performing at his best at the moment. So coming through to the final quarter of the race, and Great Britain really stretching. Zach Purchase and Mark Hunter now really making this race their own. Zach, who's quite a outspoken man when he wants to be, certainly has an opinion about most things, but he is the fragile one in the partnership, really. I suppose you could, Mark is solid, sensible in that stroke seat, but it works. And when they're good, as I said right at the beginning, they're very good indeed. And at the moment, they've got the call here from Great Britain, from Denmark and Greece, and also Battini and Luini, who can raise their game towards the end of a race.
Yeah, it was Hungary still in fourth position after 1,500 meters, but it looks to be Italy moving up towards that podium, and Denmark trying to overtake Greece, who's fading, as we've seen so much today. And it's Italy and Denmark challenging Greece for that second spot, David.
It certainly is, as they come towards the 100-meter mark now, and Great Britain from Italy. Luini, who had that great partnership with Pettinari, which never led to an Olympic medal, as Pettinari never got a medal with Crispy when that was a good partnership. And now in third place, now the Danes being taken on here by, in lane 6, the Greeks, to try and get back as they flash across the line there. And this will need a photo. Apart from Great Britain, Greece in second place, who just came back to get the Italians.
Yeah, the Italians in third place, and Denmark just missing out on the bronze. Incredible finish and a good race from Great Britain, just powering on after 1,200 meters into the race. Look at them finish right here.
Have a look at the bottom of the screen, and there you can see actually very decisively the Greeks getting by the best part of half a length back into silver, and Italy holding on there, and Denmark losing out. But again, you'd sense that the Danes, like a lot of these crews, will have more to give and more to bring. But of course, has that frightened Storm Uru and Peter Taylor, who were the silver medalists last year? They're